The Whispering Shadows. In a small, forgotten town nestled deep within the woods, there existed a mysterious bookshop known as Eternal Pages. Locals whispered about its peculiar owner, Mr. Thorne, a man who seemed to age at a pace slower than the ticking of a clock. Legend had it that he possessed a collection of true scary stories for sleep, a compilation of tales so spine-chilling that even the bravest souls dared not read them after nightfall. One gloomy evening, a group of curious friends, drawn together by their shared love for the macabre, decided to venture into Eternal Pages. The air inside the shop hung heavy with the scent of ancient books, and the flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows on the shelves. The friends approached Mr. Thorne, who greeted them with a knowing smile. "You seek the stories that are not for the faint of heart," he said in a voice that sent shivers down their spines. "Are you prepared to face the darkness within?" Undeterred, the group nodded in unison, and Mr. Thorne led them to a hidden corner of the shop. There, on a dusty shelf, rested a weathered tome bound in tattered leather. Its title, Whispering Shadows, was etched in faded gold. As the friends eagerly flipped through the pages, the air grew colder, and the distant sound of echoing whispers filled the room. Each story they read pulled them deeper into a realm where reality blurred with the supernatural. The first tale spoke of a ghostly figure that haunted a desolate mansion, its mournful wails echoing through the empty halls. The friends exchanged uneasy glances as they heard faint cries in the distance, unsure if they were from the story or the very walls of the bookshop itself. In the second story, a cursed mirror trapped the souls of those who gazed into its depths. The friends dared each other to stare into an antique mirror mounted on the wall, only to be met with the reflection of shadowy figures lurking behind them. Panic set in, and they hastily averted their eyes. As the night deepened, so did the intensity of the tales. The friends read about vengeful spirits, malevolent creatures, and haunted artifacts that seemed to transcend the boundaries between fiction and reality. The line between the stories and the dimly lit bookshop blurred, and the air crackled with an otherworldly energy. In the final story, the group learned of a cursed journal that foretold the demise of those who read its ominous prophecies. The words on the page seemed to writhe and twist, forming warnings of impending doom for each of them. Fear gripped their hearts, and they decided it was time to leave. But as they attempted to exit Eternal Pages, the door slammed shut, trapping them inside. The once welcoming candlelight flickered ominously, casting elongated shadows that seemed to reach out for them. Panic set in as the friends realized they were not alone. Whispers surrounded them, taunting and teasing from unseen entities. The ghostly apparitions from the stories materialized, their mournful cries blending with the echoing whispers. The cursed mirror reflected distorted figures, and the vengeful spirits manifested in the shadows, closing in on the terrified group. In a desperate attempt to break free, they clutched the Whispering Shadows and began to read aloud the final story, hoping it held the key to their salvation. As the last words escaped their trembling lips, the bookshop shuddered and the door creaked open. Gasping for breath, the friends stumbled into the night, leaving Eternal Pages behind. The once enigmatic Mr. Thorne stood in the doorway, his gaze following them into the darkness. The whispers faded, but the echoes of the true scary stories lingered, forever etched in the minds of those who dared to venture into the haunted bookshop. From that night on, the friends could never be certain if the horrors they experienced were merely tales from a book, or if the true scary stories for sleep had woven a sinister reality around them. The Whispering Shadows had whispered its secrets, leaving an indelible mark on their souls, a reminder that some stories are best left untouched in the shadows of the night. The Midnight Carnival. In the heart of a forgotten town, where the laughter of children once echoed through the streets, stood the remnants of an old carnival ground. Abandoned for decades, it had become a place of ghostly memories and whispered tales. Locals spoke of a sinister presence that emerged when the moon hung high, bringing the dilapidated rides and forgotten sideshows to life. A group of thrill-seekers, drawn by the allure of the mysterious Midnight Carnival, decided to explore its haunted grounds one moonlit night. As they passed through the rusted entrance gate, the air grew thick with an unsettling energy. The flickering lights of the once vibrant carousel cast eerie shadows that danced in the stillness of the night. The friends ventured deeper into the carnival, guided by the distant strains of ghostly music and the occasional creak of rusted hinges. The abandoned game stalls seemed to come alive with the soft giggles of phantom children, and the smell of cotton candy lingered in the air, though no concessions had operated for years. Their attention turned to a looming tent, its faded red and white stripes barely visible in the dim moonlight. Intrigued, they cautiously entered the tent, where the air was heavy with anticipation. The interior was adorned with tattered posters of bizarre performers and grotesque attractions. As they explored, the friends stumbled upon a weathered ticket booth, its window covered in a layer of dust. On the counter lay a stack of tickets, each bearing the words, "Admit one to the midnight spectacle." Without hesitation, they each took a ticket, unknowingly sealing their fate. The group pressed on, drawn deeper into the heart of the carnival. The ambient music grew louder, echoing through the skeletal frames of abandoned rides. Suddenly, the carousel creaked to life, its broken music box playing a haunting melody that sent shivers down their spines. In the center of the carnival grounds, they discovered a makeshift stage bathed in an eerie glow. A spectral ringmaster emerged, his tattered coat swirling around him as he beckoned them to witness the midnight spectacle. Unseen hands guided the group to their seats, and the show began. One by one, grotesque performers emerged from the shadows, contortionists with bones that bent at unnatural angles, jugglers wielding ethereal flames, and acrobats who defied gravity. The friends were both captivated and horrified by the surreal display. As the final act approached, the ringmaster revealed a cracked and weathered box. Inside it lay a collection of cursed masks, each with a twisted expression frozen on its face. The friends were compelled to don the masks, their faces becoming grotesque reflections of the carnival's malevolent energy. With the masks on, the world around them warped into a nightmarish dreamscape. The carnival rides whirred to life, spinning and creaking with a malevolent energy. The performers transformed into shadowy figures, their laughter echoing in the twisted carnival air. Realizing the gravity of their situation, the friends struggled to remove the cursed masks, but the more they resisted, the tighter the masks clung to their faces. Panic set in as they realized they were becoming part of the midnight carnival, destined to join the spectral performers in their eternal, otherworldly spectacle. In a desperate bid for escape, they stumbled upon the ticket booth, hoping to find a clue to break the curse. To their horror, the tickets they had taken earlier were now etched with their own names, sealing their connection to the midnight spectacle. As the carnival whirlwind intensified, the friends made a pact to face the curse together. With a collective effort, they tore the masks from their faces, breaking the malevolent spell that bound them to the midnight carnival. The surreal world around them shattered, and the carnival ground fell into an eerie silence. They fled the abandoned grounds, leaving the haunted carnival behind. The specter of the ringmaster watched them with hollow eyes as they disappeared into the night, the midnight carnival returning to its slumber until the next full moon. The friends, forever changed by their harrowing experience, carried the weight of the midnight carnival with them. Though they escaped the curse, the memories of that haunted night lingered, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are better left unexplored, and some curses can only be broken by confronting the darkness within. The forgotten hotel high in the mist-shrouded mountains, obscured by dense woods, stood an imposing structure known as the Ravencrest Hotel. Abandoned for centuries, its faded grandeur hid a dark secret that the locals spoke of in hushed tones. Legend had it that the hotel was cursed, and those who dared to enter vanished without a trace. A group of intrepid adventurers, seeking thrills and the allure of the unknown, decided to investigate the forgotten hotel. As they approached the entrance, the air grew colder, and the once majestic facade revealed signs of decay. The group hesitated, exchanging uneasy glances, but curiosity pushed them forward. Once inside, the lobby echoed with the faint sounds of a long-lost elegance. Dust-covered chandeliers swayed in the unseen currents, and the creaking floorboards whispered tales of the hotel's former glory. The friends, armed with flashlights and nervous laughter, pressed on into the dimly lit corridors. Room after room unfolded before them, each one frozen in time. Beds were neatly made, and antique furniture stood as if waiting for guests that would never arrive. It was as if the hotel had preserved the memories of its past, refusing to let go of the echoes that lingered within. As the group ventured deeper, they discovered a mysterious staircase leading to the lower levels. The air grew thicker with every step, and the flickering lights cast unsettling shadows that danced along the walls. A door at the end of a dimly lit hallway beckoned, and the group cautiously entered. The room revealed a forgotten banquet hall, adorned with decaying tapestries and dusty chandeliers. At the far end stood a grand mirror, its surface marred by age. As the adventurers approached, the mirror began to shimmer, revealing ghostly images of a lavish celebration that had taken place long ago. Suddenly, the room came alive with spectral figures twirling in dance. The friends were captivated, drawn into the ghostly revelry. They realized they were witnessing the echoes of a celebration that had ended in tragedy, the laughter now haunting whispers in the air. The adventurers tried to tear themselves away, but an unseen force compelled them to join the spectral dance. As they spun in a macabre waltz, the room transformed. The once elegant banquet hall twisted into a nightmarish ballroom, and the ghostly figures revealed their true, ghastly forms. The friends realized they were trapped in a time loop, reliving the tragic celebration over and over. Desperation set in as they struggled to break free from the spectral dance. In a moment of clarity, one of them recalled an old tale of a cursed artifact hidden within the hotel, the source of the haunting. Frantically, they searched the room, and their efforts led them to a hidden compartment behind the grand mirror. Within, they found a weathered music box adorned with eerie carvings. As the haunting melody played, the room began to unravel, and the spectral figures dissolved into mist. With a collective gasp, the friends found themselves back in the dimly lit hallway, the mirror now reflecting only their bewildered expressions. The hotel, once filled with echoes of the past, fell into an eerie silence. They fled the Ravencrest Hotel, leaving behind the forgotten echoes of a tragic celebration. The adventurers carried the weight of the cursed memory with them, a chilling reminder that some places, no matter how grand, are best left to the ghosts of the past. As they descended from the mist-shrouded mountains, the Ravencrest Hotel stood silent once more, its secrets buried in the whispers of time.